Welcome to the Lindsay Rice podcast. I am so excited to have you here. I created this space because I wanted you to have a touch point of a place that you can go that will help you to level up your life, even if it is in small ways, even if it is with a small perspective shift or a big leap of action. So if you know me, you know I have my newsletter. It's always been about leveling up. It's always been about changing our mindset to be more positive, to be more in the believing and in the knowing versus staying in a place that keeps us stuck, that keeps us in lack. We always want to be moving forward. And if you know me in my life outside of my newsletter, you know there is no shallow conversations. I love to go deeper. I love to understand why we do things. I love to understand how we can show up better every single day. So, what I want to bring to you today is something that is so true and near and dear to my heart, and that I think is really calling in the world right now. Because so many of us have thought and conceptualized what we need to do to fulfill something in us, something that's a desire, something that we have been wanting to create or share with the world. And we love to sit and think about it. We love to be like, oh, it would be beautiful. It would be so nice to do this thing. I think I could do it well. I think. So what we need to be focusing on right now is that action, is actually taking responsibility for the desires we have. So what does that look like? Because sometimes we can think so much, we can talk ourselves out of it. Even me putting a podcast online, the amount of roadblocks I had just on the tech side. How much do you want it? How much are you being asked and reminded in your day that this thing is where you're supposed to be going? This thing is meant for you. So you know if it's been knocking, you know if that thing is asking you to step into it. And our job in our lifetime is to be a creative source and give with our gifts. And if you're getting these pings and these signals that you're supposed to be doing something and you're not acting on that, you're doing yourself a disservice, but you're also doing people out there that need you, your specific skill set, your specific voice. You're doing them a disservice as well. So when we come to a place of needing to take responsibility, what I mean with that, if we continue to make excuses, oh, this didn't work because of my computer. Oh, this didn't work because I put out one piece of writing and nobody saw it. Actually, we need to look in the mirror and be like, where am I not allowing myself to see the success? Where am I holding myself back from allowing this to go out there and having crickets? Why can't it start off that way? Why am I putting a label to it? Why am I seeing it in this negative light when actually I know I just need to show up? I know I just need to do the thing. So I had some beautiful conversations this week with amazing people. And we were talking about our inability to take that step, take that responsibility, but also like claim the space of what the thing is. Because so many people have imposter syndrome. We think that us showing up in something totally new or pivoting to something totally new is a little bit absurd because maybe we don't have the education. Maybe we don't have the background in it. Yet we are being led to do the thing. How can I show up? How can I step into this new thing without judging myself, and being able to claim the name of it? For example, someone who I was speaking to, she's like, I know I'm a writer. I write. I have my Substack. I know that this is something that is an outlet for me. I'm a writer. But she couldn't claim to the world. She couldn't say, this is what I am. And of course, not all that she is, but an aspect of who she is. I am blank. What is it that you are stopping yourself from claiming? What is it that you cannot, for some reason, hold the space for yourself to be the thing? And so when this kind of stickiness or block comes up, what we need to do is allow ourselves to just fully let go. There is no hope in thinking negatively about the thing before you even start the thing. There is no need for anybody else's voices to be surrounding what your desires are. So even for the time being, if you find yourself having a desire and you really want to take the next step, keep it to yourself. Protect it. Find a calmness in your body with it and start playing around with it. It doesn't have to be big and crazy and successful right away. This is you. You're learning you. And when we look at it through the lens of, I am here, expanding myself, leaning into something that's calling me, look, how is there failure in that? How is there a disconnect between the desire and you actually stepping into that? The only disconnect comes from judgment of ourselves, not thinking we can, not believing that this is us. So we need to take responsibility for the things that are knocking at our door. They are there for a reason. Likely because the world needs it. That I believe to my core. I know when I get goosebumps, when I have something hits me in my gut, when I feel like, gosh, that is meant for me, that is a part of my story, that is guidance to not only what I need, but to what other people need as well. There is a space and a time and a container for you that is gifting other people that exact same container. And even if we're learning through it, for example, me learning through this podcast, this is so new to me, so new. I've had to find my groove. But I know because it's been knocking for so long, because I have felt I do need to get on video, I do need to get on audio. Why? Why? And then ego comes in. Why? Why am I meant to be doing this? Why do people need to see my face, need to hear my voice? Well, you have an audience. You have an audience for every single thing you do. Even if it's small, even if it's in your local neighborhood, even if it's in your community, a shop around the corner. If you're being called to do the thing, it's because you are needed. And you have an audience. You have people. Not everybody. Let's recognize. Not everybody is going to love you. Not everyone is going to resonate with you. Not everyone is going to get your energy. They're not going to understand you. But you absolutely have people who will. And remembering that your purpose in stepping into the thing that is calling you is for that audience, is for those souls, is for those people, changes the energy of the whole thing. Because then we're operating out of a space of love, a space of giving, a space of charity, rather than self or ego or anything other. And I would love for you to also see if you could lean into, okay, These things are calling me. They have come to me like in intuition, in instinct. This feels real. If I am willing and able to step into them, how can I allow myself to simply be the conduit of the thing that needs to be said, of the thing that needs to be done, of the thing that needs to be stood up for? How can I show up with letting go, with still having the need, having the desire, but letting go of like self in a way of what is it about me? Because yes, it's you, it's your face, it's your voice, it's your body, it's your energy, but your higher calling isn't from you. It's from a different source. It's from a different energy. And so if something is needing to move through you, how can you let go to be that clean and clear conduit and vessel for that message and for that task and for that support? And it's interesting because something that's coming to me, I'm not a parent, but people that are parents, there is something so powerful about being there for your children without needing to push who you are on them. They just need to know you're there. They just need you to hold them. They need you to accept them. They need you to believe in them. And it's interesting because sometimes when we bring our own projections, our own desires onto someone else, not even just children, anybody, nobody has the same story as you. Nobody has the same needs, the same desires. Their dream life doesn't look anything like yours. Maybe you have the same idea of like, okay, yeah, we want kids. We want to live in this area. We want the house to look like this. We want to do this on the weekends. But nobody has the exact same vision as you. And so going back to like being a parent, when anybody, parent or friend or partner, when we decide that we can let go of what we believe and stop judging and stop pushing ourselves on anybody else, that is when you just simply allow people to be, and you trust, just like you trust in yourself, of what that intuition is, what that instinct is that's driving you. Trust that they will be driven in the same way. And all you need to do is give the support to them of love, of understanding, of compassion, because they're going to go through stuff just like you did, the hard stuff, just like we do all the time. We all have challenge. How can we show up desiring something, but also allowing the outcome to dissolve? And so with that, I think it would be so great to ask you a question for the day, the week. If you were to ground yourself in the knowing of what you want to do, and I'm sure something's coming up for you, something has been knocking. If you were to ground yourself in knowing with complete certainty, knowing that it is meant for you, what would you do today? What is one thing you could do today to take responsibility for that? Where can you find it in yourself to look at this thing and be like, I need to bring that to the world. I need to do this. This has to happen. Where can you take responsibility for your next action towards that? And I think in this, the only way we can truly move forward is to be completely honest with ourselves. Because sometimes we create an idea, something we think we want, but we don't actually want it. And it's very important to lean into your intuition, to lean into your instinct, to discover what is really true and what is really meant for you. Like what And this is why I always go back to feel into it. Feel into it. What does it feel like? Because the feeling, it lets all of the constraints of like, what does it look like? How much money am I making? XYZ. What does it feel like? A feeling can be you sitting outside. You have nothing. You're a vagabond on the street. You could also be in a $20 million home. Like, what is the feeling? Because you can have the van or you can have the $20 million house. It doesn't matter. It's about how you're showing up. And I want to be clear. If that $20 million house is meant for you, you're absolutely going to have it. But to attach to the outcome of what it exactly has to look like, I think we shift and we change all the time. That can change all the time, and circumstances can change all the time. And absolutely put that on your board. Put all of your biggest dreams on your board. How much money you want to make, everything. But the important thing is the energetics of it. How does it feel? How does it feel? How can I bring that into my life today? How can I walk around with that in my heart, in my soul today? And with that, I really believe there's no stopping you because you already have it. It's already in your story. So when the energy sits with you today of like everything that is coming, even this one thing, that one thing that's knocking on your door right now, that outlet, that creative piece, that, thing you have to do likely soon. If it's been knocking for a while, I think it's probably time. If you bring that energy in, it's like actually taking the responsibility today becomes easier. Because you're like, oh, I already have it. Oh, it's already been done. Oh, I've already filmed podcasting before. I've seen it. I've felt it. I'm in that energy. Like, that action comes so much easier because it's already imprinted in you. I want us to just close our eyes for a moment, if you can, and sit with the energy of this thing. If you were to start doing something today, like the question we asked before, how would that feel? You've done the thing, you wrote something, you took action, you sent an email. How does it feel once that email is sent? How does it feel once you've practiced writing a paragraph? How does it feel knowing you took action towards that dream, towards the thing, the hard thing, the easy thing that has been knocking at your door? And sit in that for just a few more seconds. Because this is the energy we want to cultivate throughout the day. This is the gift. And we can open our eyes and know that that thing is knocking, because it's not just about you. It's not just about your story. There are other people needing you, your voice, how you show up, who you are. And with that, I can't wait to see what unfolds for you.